Hello, fellow RVers. It's great to see you again. This is Steve with RV Site to Site, and today we're going to be making a change that might be interesting to you. We love everything about our 2019 Grand Design Reflection 297 RSTS. We absolutely love it. We've had it for a little over 3 years now, and we're probably going to continue to keep it for quite a while. It just seems to meet about everything that we want in an RV. But you know, there's always something that needs to be changed. There's no perfect RV, as everyone knows. And so anyway, today I want to talk to you about one of the changes that I'm planning on making. So stay tuned. Now here's what we don't like. And now we love the table, and we just love this. But there's a problem right here, and that is this big old pedestal right here. And two, the chairs. They take up some room here behind the, because of this back on this chair here, it takes up some space. Now on the other side over here, it's not too bad because the chair can kind of fit up against the couch. But again, for someone big like me, now you skinny people can probably slide in here and play all kinds of games and no problem, and wrap your feet around the pedestal and everything else. But for someone like me, who is a great big guy, and trying to get into one of these chairs and slide out, it makes it a little bit difficult, especially down here when you're trying to get your feet somewhere around this pedestal, and it just seems like your feet constantly get caught on the pedestal here. So we're going to change that today. All right, talking about the space lost, right here, just because of the back of this chair up against this wall right here, we lose 5 inches there of space. And believe me, on someone, a big guy like me, 5 inches of space is a lot of space. I decided that I would get rid of the pedestal and come up with a design of a support bracket that would support the table. So I came up with this design here. I took it to a local welding shop and asked them to fabricate it for me. And they made it just like my drawing, as you can see. And they put caps on it like I suggested. And so I think this is going to work very, very well. It's very sturdy. Now I just have to clean it up a little bit before I paint it. I want to get any oil residue off of it. Okay, I've got the brace all wiped down and ready to paint. Got it on my sawhorses here. I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum high performance enamel. I really like this, and this is going to be a dark brown. It gives a really nice finish. It'll look good under that table. It's very important to shake it really good, and I know this may not show up very good in the video, but make sure you shake it up, and there's a little ball on the bottom of it. You want to make sure that you hear that rattling good for about at least a minute. It's important that you do just a little light coat to begin with. I'm not painting the back side of this, since this is going to be against the wall. Alright, I have turned this over, and this will be the part that goes underneath the table. So we'll give that a nice spray. So the first thing we'll do is get rid of some of these decorations. And we'll need to move the chair out of the way. Just unbolt this tabletop from this plywood piece that's mounted onto the top of the pedestal. Get rid of this drawer. Now I want to make note of how long these screws are so I don't grill up through the tabletop when I reinstall this. Next, we'll remove the pedestal from the floor. And I want to make sure that I keep track of the length of these bolts here so that I won't drill through the underside of the slide. And it looks like it. They're about 3/4 of an inch. All right, there we have it. Now the next thing I've got to do is move this receptacle either to the right or to the left. And to do that, I'm going to have to unhook the electrical and make sure that I don't cause a short or even electrocute myself. All right, what I'm hoping is, because there's a piece of tape right here, I'm hoping that this is a joint in some plywood or something behind this. In order to do that, I've got to remove this receptacle, because this receptacle is sitting exactly where I want my brace for the table to go. So I've turned off the power to this section right here. And the way I did that, I plugged a thing in here and I kept flipping breakers until the little indicator light on this charging station here, it's got a little indicator light right there. And when that light went off, I knew that I had disconnected the power to this receptacle right here. So you have to be very careful about that. You definitely do not want to handle any of this stuff. And I'm not telling you how to do anything. I'm just telling you this is the way I did it. You might want to get an electrician to handle this portion. And so, because electricity, even in an RV, can kill you, because it's 110. And so, anyhow, I'm going to take this receptacle out of here and see what we have behind it. Technically, I could take this off right here. Let's see what's got here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect this from the wall to see what's behind this receptacle. Also, this will tell me what size thick screw I'll be safe with. All right, it's loosening up now. So I've got that much so it's I've got 3/4 of an inch that came out of there, because it's, for example, right here, you can see that there's about 3/4 of an inch right here. There's about 3/4 of an inch, and of course this thing is about an inch thick. So anyhow, I have to make sure I don't go through the outside wall. So this only has two things, one here and one down here. And I'm going to screw this one back in. Okay, what I did, I turned the receptacle up vertical instead of horizontal, and I'm going to put the bracket to hold the table right over that hole right there, and it'll go up this wall right here and be fastened in several places. Next thing I have to do is notch this out, so that the bracket can be even with that plate right there. And so I will notch that out right now. Now I've got the notch cut out here, and I've got to mark where I want to put the screws to hold the plate, or hold the tabletop onto the plate. After that, I'll mark the holes for the back, and the bottom. All right, now I'm drilling a hole in the mounting plate. All right, I got all the holes drilled in the top mounting plate, and now I'll drill them in the back and the bottom. What I'm doing now is I'm drilling these small holes out. Alright, I'm going to be using these type of anchors right here, and when you screw this in, first of all, this little cleat fits in. Okay, this little cleat goes into the wall, and when you tighten this down, this whole thing right here expands out. When you tighten it down, the middle part of it expands out, and this is designed for anywhere from an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch wall. So we'll give it a try. All right, I've drilled pilot holes here, so and these are pretty good sized screws right here. So we'll give this a try. Sorry about the noise. I'll try to tone that down. I've got to go get some more screws, but you can see how nicely the frame fits in that notch right there I cut, and so it fits perfectly. Okay, and we'll do this one up here. Alright, got that one. And so that's 3. I'll get this bottom one in just a minute. I'm going to put a screw in right here. Alrighty, got that bracket on. I'm going to put one on the other side over here, and that'll make it good and sturdy right here. Alright, now we've got the support in here, and we fasten it to the floor with 2 screws. We want to make sure that the screws only penetrated a 1/2 inch. I did have to put, you can't hardly see it right here, I had to put a little wedge there because, as Trenton Alley would say, the wall to the floor on this unit here is a hair out of square, and so I had to put a little bit of shim underneath of it there. But all the bolts are in the wall now, and per Rennie's suggestion, I added a couple of L brackets there just for further support. It's nice and solid now. I used some big wood screws to go in the wall there, about 3/4 of an inch long, and then I used some sheet metal self-drilling screws right here to go into the aluminum, and so now it is nice and solid. So now we're going to do some vacuuming, and because it's easier to vacuum without the tabletop on there, and then the next thing will be to mount the tabletop back on this plate right here. Alright, we'll take one last look at the bracket before I put the tabletop on it. I've got my electrical outlet down there so I can plug in stuff. I'm going to put an extender on that right there because, you know, it's always hard to get down there on the floor. Okay, there's the table with the on the new bracket. Very sturdy, and looks very nice and roomy. I'm getting ready to put the new seats in. All right, now we have plenty of room for our feet.
Yep.
And no pedestal in the way. And so
it is so nice.
It is very nice. And I've got plenty of space right here.
Don't show me yet.
You shouldn't have said that. I've got to edit that out. All right, the table is finished. And there's plenty of room now. And we got plenty of storage space.
Whoops.
Now.
Okay. Yep.
And
each one.
In each one. And I'll put a link below where you buy these. But we're very, very excited about this. Very pleased with it.
These fit perfect. That some of them were way too long.
Yeah, some of them we had to find out where to order these because they were, the other ones were too long. But this fits just right, as you can see right there. All right, so this is one completed job, and we're excited about it.
Sit down, yeah.
Okay, she finally came out here. I'm so glad she did. This is my beautiful wife, Rennie. Say hi, Rennie.
Hi.
And
I love this. This is great. This is so good. That's the only real complaint I had about this was there was no room for your feet, and it was so hard to get in those chairs. This is going to be great.
Yep. So anyhow, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and give it a thumbs up and share this video. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe, because we do stuff like this from time to time. And so anyhow, until the next one, I wish you have happy traveling.